welcome into Bobcat Live. Great to have you out here at Wayward Social. We are inside Rosie's. You take a live look. Softball team, give a wave to the camera over here. That way. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we've got the softball baseball team coming up, a special edition of Bobcat Live tonight. Great to have everybody out here as we really get the season going next week. Baseball has their games in the following week. Our first baseball/softball broadcast of the year. It'll be softball as they take on the Newton Cardinals. Looking forward to that one. Coming up tonight, we talk with, of course, Jason Bowers, softball head coach in his second year, and also new head coach, maybe a familiar name to some Bobcat faithful, Colton Hanke. He'll join us coming up in just a little bit. This spring has been a very fun spring. We've had a lot of soccer action as well as golf action, as recently had a chance to golf with the 7 starters of the Marshalltown girls golf team. And let's take a look at a video here. Natalie Henson, she did an incredible job. I encourage you to watch the entire video with the golf team. The professional Natalie Henson here. All right, so what are you thinking? Wedge.
I'm thinking lob wedge. Probably chip it up. Maybe sand wedge. I have to get a closer look at my lie and the distance.
Okay.
But those are probably the 2 clubs I'm going to be debating between. So one of the things that most people don't realize about these shots is you have to pick a landing point. I mean, I don't always hit them, but I would probably say my landing point is probably going to be about right here in this area. That's what I'm going to try to go for.
Look at that! Look at that! Yeah!
2. I kind of wanted to save that for tomorrow, but.
There we go. Yeah, awesome moment with our golf along. An eagle by Natalie Henson. Brandon Dutton, I see you on the golf course with Tayven a lot. Have you ever eagle, hole in one? Both? Where's the hole in one at? Okay, awesome. Well, great job. I don't know if you saw my hole in one. You have to check it out there for sure on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/@KFJB-TV. When we come back, we will be joined by Jason Bowers, softball head coach, right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
There's nothing like enjoying a bicycle ride on Lynn Creek Trail. The ride gets even better when you take a break at Wandering Creek Golf Club. No, not to golf, but to enjoy your favorite cold beverage. Wandering Creek Golf Club in Marshalltown is known for its premier golf course and its 2 full-swing simulators. But did you know it's right off the bike trail next to Grimes Farm? It's the perfect place to stop to relax under the pergola and enjoy a drink with friends. Travel the trails of Marshall County, but make Wandering Creek your destination.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Back in on Bobcat Live here on KFJB-TV. Now joined by Jason Bowers, head softball coach, heading into your second season. Exciting time of year, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It's better than Christmas.
Better than Christmas. Although you handed out uniforms today. You always said this time of year can be a little bit hairy, right?
It's the worst practice ever.
Yeah.
I literally hate handing out uniforms. It's so stressful.
Do you get to pick the coach's attire, or is that just kind of, whatever I'm feeling like today?
Yeah, I usually select. Like, we have kind of the same top, and we decide what color bottom we're going to do.
Okay.
But
all right.
Other than that, it's no.
I have to say softball by all of the other sports, when you compare football to basketball, softball is definitely the most relaxed coach's attire that I come across.
Yeah, and that's my MO. I like that. I like that. My wife hates it, but I like it.
Not like baseball. Usually the coach is also wearing a uniform, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
All right, so year number 1, you accomplished a lot of really great things with a team that's very young. You're bringing back a ton. You lost 4 seniors off the squad last year. You bring back a lot. What's kind of your, I guess, excitement level on the potential of this team, knowing that there's going to be continued growth?
Well, we talked last year after a couple of games, and I always preached like I'm excited for the future of Bobcat softball.
Yeah.
And going into this year, it's no different, right? I knew, yes, you lose 4 seniors, but I knew the kids that are coming back, they're special, and they can do a lot of things. So I'm really excited about this year and going forward.
You were 11-27 last year, and that was the first time over 10 wins in Bobcat softball history since 2013. So that says a lot about the a little thumbs up there, but that says a lot about the direction. What do you think kind of led to the acceleration? I mean, you can just look at the wins, but not just the wins alone, but just the, maybe it was the commitment or what it may be as far as softball program goes.
Well, I think our schedule is a little easier than it has been, right? We were out of the CIMML, which helps. But looking back at the games, we won 11, but I also looked back and thought we left a lot on the field. And those that we left on the field, those girls know about it, right? We talked about it. So I thought we were really close to maybe that 500 mark last year, and I think that's a pretty good goal for us this year. I don't really talk about wins, but don't listen to this, girls. But if we get to 500, that's kind of my goal this year.
Yeah. When you head into a year, is there something, from year 1 now to year 2, like, is it just different? Like, you don't have to lay out, okay, this is my expectation for maybe how we take BP or how we field or whatever. Do you feel like those are kind of in place now going into year 2?
No.
Okay.
So as a coach, I like to learn, right? And I'm not setting my ways after year 1, right? I had a laundry list of things that I can improve on going into this year, and one of them was just be more routine based, right? So I challenged Kaylee, my assistant coach, let's get a routine at everything we do. And I thought we were very poor at that last year, and maybe it was just me I didn't know what to do, but I feel more comfortable about the direction we're going now just because we're setting that routine and expectations going forward.
So you spent, I can't remember how many years you were at East Marshall as an assistant. Couple. Yeah. All right. So when you come out of an assistant role into a head coach role, what was your biggest eye-opening factor last year when you stepped in? Now you're the guy calling the shots and that kind of thing.
Literally everything falls on my shoulders. From issuing stupid uniforms to everything, right? Everything falls on my shoulders. And
very nice looking uniforms.
Yes.
So I do have to say, when those were upgraded, a very big improvement. That's for sure.
And we do have a new top this year. That it might be just our away uniform, but we'll play around with that.
All right. Well, some excitement to look forward to. What else is exciting that we should know?
Well, we'll see.
As you look at the schedule, time is ticking, right? I mean, Newton's right around the corner. That first game. What are you looking for your team to do in the next couple of weeks to make sure that you're ready to go for that first one?
Yeah. Initially, first part of the season, we're in a routine where we're working on every days, working on fundamentals. The pitchers are challenging each other. They're paired up against each other and playing a game against each other, so that competition is always there. Now, starting tomorrow, we're going to start seeing a little bit more live pitching. We've been doing a lot of front toss and things like that, with bunting and hitting and things like that, and obviously tee work and stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll start ramping up the live pitching aspect of it in situational softball, which you can't simulate a game in practice, but that's as close as you can get is simulate situations on the field.
Is that the biggest part to see growth, especially in a young team? Is those situation things? Because I always feel like the younger players, have a chance to be more caught off guard with, there was a runner on first and I completely forgot about that, or that type of thing, right?
No, I agree with that. The youth usually shows its head when that happens. And that's, as you've seen a little bit last year, like when we make a mistake, like we can't forget about that. We struggled with forgetting about it and going to the next one. Yeah. And then when you start stressing out, then we forget about the girl on second base or the girl on third, and we toss it back to the pitcher and she scores, right? Because we're not paying attention. So, but I see these kids growing like every day. So, and we've done a little bit of situational stuff, and you can see them getting better at figuring out what to do with the ball. So.
Yeah. I look at a program like Fort Dodge, and I think a lot of people aspire to be like a Fort Dodge in the way they run their program and obviously the wins and all that kind of stuff. Sure. But what do you think it takes to go from – it's probably not fair to say where, the Bobcat program is today to get it to something of that nature. Not saying that's what you want to be or desire to be, but, does it take just a lot of years? Is it, development of softball, when kids are in 5th and 6th grade or what does it kind of, in your eyes, come down to that separates a really strong softball community versus one that maybe not so strong?
Yeah, I think it starts when they're young, right? I mean, we do a good job here at Marshtown. We have an MGSA program, but I don't think a lot of kids really know about it, right? I feel like I'm still getting sophomores and freshmen that this is the first year they played softball. So I know it starts at the young age, and the numbers that we're seeing this year from my little birdies telling me this is some of the best numbers they've seen, right? And I also have my assistant coach, Kaylee, she's doing the 5th and 7th graders, right? So she's getting the kids right before high school. So she's instilling the things we're instilling in these varsity kids now. So when they get to us, it's a lot easier transition.
Yeah, because we've talked about that with Coach Apple. I know he's in the basketball side of things. He's worked so hard with Coach Brynjerson to be able to develop some of the younger ones, because it really comes down to, if you know the game, you don't have to waste 20, 30 minutes of your practice or longer trying to just instill the principles, right?
Sure. And we see that this year, and we did a little bit different this year where splitting kind of the inexperienced girls off, and they're hitting first, and then the varsity type girls they're doing the field work first, and then they swap. Yeah. So then there's you get a little bit better practices that way, because you're playing with like experienced people and like talented people, and it seems to be going a lot better this year.
What was your biggest highlight from last year?
Win number one. I mean, win number one. I still got the lineup card. I'll probably get it framed someday. And I had to do some crazy dance that they made me do.
Would you like to do it right now?
You don't have that video, do you? We're not doing the Quan right now, are we? No. Usually Ava, she had the boom box, so she didn't bring it today. So I don't have to dance.
We missed an opportunity. We should have connected before this to get that lined up. My moment last year was when Emma Stupp hit 2 home runs in the same game. That's and she teed off on those things, So, plus, I was talking to Emma's grandpa, and he said that she hasn't stopped hitting him apparently in the off season.
That's what I hear. So that's a good thing.
That is a good thing. Last question for you as we're talking with head coach Jason Bowers of the Bobcat softball program. We're going to talk to a couple of ladies coming up here, but I know you've expressed that maybe there's some ladies who maybe weren't stepping up to the plate last year as much, but maybe this year have shown more of that leadership aspect. Who's kind of stood out early on here?
You're going to talk to one of them today. Laney Danielson is blown away my expectations for how she's grown from this year or last year to this year. And I can't say enough about what she's doing for our program so far.
Yeah, well, we look forward to it. Newton will be at that game. We'll cover it live. Always a good rivalry.
Yeah.
Let's get that one. That'll be you got to keep that scorecard when we beat them this year.
All right.
All right. Jason Bowers with us on Bobcat Live. Coming up, we'll meet the new head coach of the boys baseball program when we come back right here on KFJB-TV.
Scouts in Marshalltown go on fun adventures. Scouts learn about the outdoors. Scouts learn character building. Scouts learn citizenship. Scouts learn life skills. Scouts learn to be leaders. Scouts go to fun summer camps, and Scouts get a head start in life. Marshalltown has produced over 200 Eagle Scouts in our over 70-year history and have provided over 1 million hours of service to our community. To learn more about joining Scouting in Marshalltown, go to iascouts.org. Adventure on!
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Welcome back into Bobcat Live. We're looking at the baseball guys right there. Caleb, come on. The camera's right there. That's pretty good. We had a great celebration the other night with soccer. We'll talk about that at the end of the segment here. But we had Esme Chavez coming up to the camera with some celebration, so always a good time. This guy might be a familiar name to some. Colton Hanke, how are you?
Good, and yourself?
Good. First-year head coach of the Marshalltown Bobcat baseball program, but not unfamiliar to those who maybe know your history. 2015 graduate of Marshalltown High School. Tell me a little bit about your time as a Bobcat and going up under Coach Hansen in the program and being able to kind of learn and grow your baseball game.
For sure. So I graduated in 2015. While I was a junior and senior at Augustana College, I was volunteer coach underneath Coach Hansen, so just kind of learned more of the behind the scenes. Really, as a player, you get the stuff that's on the field and whatnot, but then really, after hours and going through what it takes to get, really stay organized, setting up practice plans for the next day. That stuff really kicked in junior and for sure senior year as I kind of figured out what I wanted to do with my career and where I foresaw what that was going to take and needed to do.
When you were at Augustana, you played a little baseball, but you also golfed too, right?
Yep, I did 2 years, freshman, sophomore for baseball, and then transitioned for golf.
Okay, all right. So that is one thing that I struggled with. When I went to Armstrong Ringstead, I played spring golf and then went to baseball, so my golf swing was always better than my baseball swing. How is it for you, working on that swing and things like that, as you kind of maybe, instill that in your players as far as, whether you're trying to go away with a pitch or, just those fundamental things as far as hitting goes?
Yeah, just trying to adapt to really the pitch and working on situations, making sure they're aware and thinking ahead. If there's nobody out and runner on first base, we're going to be able to bunt, and then just kind of making sure that if you're ahead, then expect some sort of off speed, so just kind of be able to adjust and keep weight back and just, like you said, the fundamental things like that.
Yeah. All right, so talk about your assistant coaches, because I know there's a few familiar names on those for Bobcat fans as well, too. Who's your assistants this year?
So right now, ironically enough, we had 3 seniors last year, and 2 of them are actually coming back to help out. So we have Kyler Blue. He'll be with me for varsity, and then Nick Rebick will be helping out at the varsity level as well. We got Coach Mobley, who's also the athletic trainer at the high school in Sports Plus. And then we've also got Coach Hoganson volunteering, Coach Hansen volunteering. Then we picked up another guy, Nathan Primrose from Aiken East Centennial, who's going to be teaching at Miller next year. So
okay.
Got a few extra guys helping out this year, so that'll help a lot.
Yeah, for sure. You came to a few games last year, didn't you?
I went to a couple, yep.
Yeah. So what was that like to see Coach Mann? Because I know I'm a big fan of Coach Alan Mann, but that was kind of a tough spot for him because there's been some rotation as far as the head coaching position. But to look at what he did last year, I thought the buy-in and the way that he was able to really kind of rally the guys was key. What did you see last year that you really liked about the guys and how they went out there and presented themselves each and every game?
It's a big change when you start to implement stuff that's been done decades and then you have a brief stint where things go a different way and then you come back. So we're really trying to make that big culture change going into last year and then seeing the kids adjust to it and stay consistent with it. And that's with anything. As long as you're consistent with it, it makes things easier. So I really appreciate Coach Mann stepping in last year and Coach Hansen and Coach Hoganson trying to implement and be consistent with that, so it makes my role coming in just that much easier.
Yeah. So how's it been so far?
It's been good. It's definitely, there's been times where it kicks my butt, but you got to get after it the next day. There's definitely days where, like Coach Bowers said, dealing with uniforms, and you have kids that lose their belt, their practice belt the next day, their tee socks or their stirrups, and then undershirts for some upperclassmen that are kind of in the audience right now, but it just happens. So you have that on top of setting stuff up for the next day for practice, but you just got to roll with it and adjust from there.
So what really motivated you to come back to your hometown here?
It's home. I mean, plain and simple, it was nice to be away just for a few years just to get a different perspective on things, but then just things were starting to line up where it was time to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You know, I take a look at some other coaches, like Coach Apple, for example. You know, he was a Bobcat. You know, you coming back, being a Bobcat coach, how important do you feel that is to kind of, I guess, pass along the tradition? Because there's a lot of rich tradition of baseball in Marshalltown.
For sure. I mean, like you said, the tradition for sure. And then when you have guys like Coach Hansen, Coach Hoganson, who've been that much committed to it, you know, you feel a sense of belonging to come back and do the right thing and continue with that. So it just, you know, the buy-in with it itself, just continue with the tradition and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Baseball season's going to start Monday night, and you're going to be on the road in a game that we had here on KFJB-TV last year against South Tama. It came down to the wire. It was the last inning, and last play ended up scoring winning. It was 6-5. It was a good one. How excited are you for Monday to just finally get going with the guys with some live action?
Yeah, I mean, we did a scrimmage Monday. We have an inter squad on Friday, so just trying to get those live reps in for Monday and go from there. It's a game that they won last year, and trying to continue that for Monday.
Yeah, and you'll be busy next week. You've got Monday, and then you've got Friday, a doubleheader against Benton, right?
Correct. That will be our first home series.
Okay, yeah, looking forward to that. Who's kind of stood out in your, I guess, you know, spring. You call it spring training in high school? I mean, I guess it's spring training, right?
Yeah, pretty much, with all the extra days you can work. And, you definitely have to utilize those days to set up for last week and then coming into this week. But then again, going to a few games last year and having Coach Mann and the other staff from last year just giving me being a fly on the wall, just trying to give me perspective on stuff heading into this year. And the guys that stood out the most really have been the upperclassmen. Caleb Kusserow and then Sam Greazel, Stupp, and Tayven Dutton have really led on the role as seniors. I mean, even though you have Dutton and Greazel and Stupp as juniors, but with that, you really have to take on for that senior and being that leader to go from top down, making sure the young guys know what's going on, and they've been consistent with that. We've added Dale Green a couple weeks ago. He's been showing up when he can, so with that, he's kind of, in a way, a younger guy, but also in terms of just being accountable, that's the senior leadership that we need from him too.
Yeah. You know, as you look at this team, you know, we saw a guy like Nick Rebick, and you mentioned him being on the staff. Do you think that's key to be relatable and, you know, have an extra guy that kind of knows maybe this team and how they work well together?
Yeah, I mean, when you have, especially with last year's group, you have Nick Rebick, Kyra Blue, and Seth Smith. They're 8th graders underneath Coach Hansen, and then they go through a couple different coaches and then come back, and you start to really notice the differences amongst coaches and having those younger guys kind of get a feel of what's going on. So then you have guys like Nick Rebick and Kyra Blue to help them and make sure that they're on the same page of what everybody else is buying into.
That's awesome. Looking forward to the season as the Bobcat baseball team gets underway on Monday night. Colton Hanke with us. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming out tonight, all right?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we will talk with Laney Danielson and Briley Danielson as well. And by the way, we are going to have soccer matches coming up on Monday night. It's our final soccer match of the girls' season as the Des Moines Lincoln Rail Splitters going to be in town against the Bobcats. And then coming up on Tuesday night, we are going to have playoff action as soccer for boys will get into the postseason as Marshalltown hosts Mason City. That one at 7 o'clock, postseason action right here on KFJB-TV. Be sure to hit the like button tonight and support our broadcast as well as subscribe along at KFJB-TV. This is your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you on an investment strategy for long-term results. Edward Jones can give you the tools and knowledge for a steady approach to hitting your financial targets. Get started by giving Zach Wall a call at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
There's a city within a city not far from here. The city includes a beautiful apartment building with indoor parking, a chapel, a movie theater, a swimming pool, exercise and recreational facilities, putting greens, and more. The city isn't really a city, but it is a wonderful place to live. Make friends and live your best life. It's the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The Embers provides security, independence, and companionship. Beautiful grounds outside and lovely studio, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments inside. See it for yourself. The Embers in Marshalltown.
Back in on Bobcat Live. Laney and Briley Danielson, how are you, ladies?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good.
This is both of them get up here and they're letting me know how maybe uncomfortable they currently feel. First time for you. You were on for volleyball, I thought.
No.
No? All right. There's a lot of people who come on Bobcat Live, and I thought usually I keep them straight. But anyway, how's practice been going so far?
It's been going good. We've been doing a lot.
Yeah. A lot of like what?
Fielding and hitting.
A lot of softball things.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about for you? How's practice been going?
Great.
Great. All right. Really full of words here tonight. I don't want to. Did we have a cap on words? No, I'm just kidding. All right. So last year, Laney, you're going into your junior year this year. You batted .231 a year ago, a couple RBIs, 35 putouts on the defensive side of things. Coach has said you've really impressed him and stepped up. What's been kind of the change? What kind of offseason did you have that kind of set you up to have a really good junior year, hopefully, here?
I've been hitting in the shed with Rob and my father, so that's definitely helped. And then on the field, I've been more vocal with everybody.
Yeah. How much, important, maybe you've seen it from other, softball players or a different sport, but just a leadership angle, have you kind of taken the bull by the horns, I guess, when it comes to that? Is that something you feel comfortable in doing and being a leader?
Yeah.
Okay.
I try.
We're never perfect, right? But at least you try. All right, so both of you kind of do different things out on the field. You tend to pitch a little bit more, tend to be out in the field. What position are you focusing in on this year?
I'm hopefully first, but
hopefully
I don't know where they're going to put me.
All right. And then pitching, and then sometimes you play a little bit second. Was it second last year?
Yeah, or I try to do third and short.
Okay. All right. So a little bit around. So what led you both to a little bit different paths, as far as maybe not pitching as much?
Well, I tried pitching, and it did not work out.
I don't think people understand just how hard softball, like pitching, and I think the biggest thing is just placement. That's the biggest thing is you can throw it up there pretty quick, but the placement is definitely harder. How do you try to work on pitching and locating your pitches and things like that?
Well, at practice, we have wooden people that we put at the plate, and then it's easier to do that when you can go inside and out and just working on that, because those are the main things that you need to have.
You mean Coach Bowers isn't standing in there and trying to hold it? What's stood out to you in your mind as far as year-over-year development, as you go and get another year under your belt at the varsity level, being able to maybe learn different things from coach or other players? What's been the biggest learning aspect in your mind?
Definitely just coaching and everything, and definitely learning more about pitching.
Yeah. Are you giving her grief already? We're just in this. All right. Well, favorite sport?
Volleyball.
Okay. Not softball. Riley?
Close second.
Softball. Okay. All right. It's a close second. What else? What other activities are both of you involved in?
Well, I went out for track this year.
Okay. How'd it go?
It went okay. I'm not. I'm not sure.
If anybody of you know Georgia Jansen, she has my favorite Bobcat quote. We had a fun time. We're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
Did you have fun at least?
For the most part. In the
For
beginning,
kind of. Okay. Were you running short or long distance?
Short.
Okay. Were you on for track?
Yep.
Okay. What did you do?
He made me run 400s.
Oh, wow.
And that's what made me not like the sport.
See, I love playing sports, but I could never get behind running for fun. That was never yeah. So track's maybe a no-go next year?
Yeah.
Wow, we got some breaking news here on Bobcat Live.
Sorry, Pedig.
And Chad's a great guy. I love Chad Pedig. But he's cracking the whip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. He's a cross-country coach.
Oh, yes.
You know, so that's going to bleed into track a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah. All right. What other, or maybe I cut you off. What else were you
I do
doing?
volleyball.
Okay.
And I was going to do basketball, but I'm not sure yet.
You're not sure? Why?
I don't know.
You don't want to be on KFJB-TV?
I do, but
okay. Laney?
Nothing else.
Nothing else. Just volleyball and
softball and track.
And softball and track. Okay. All right. What's what else aside from sports are you involved in?
And school-wise, I'm involved in NHS.
Okay. All right.
Nothing in school.
I mean, hopefully you're going to school.
Yes,
you're in
I'm going to school.
All right, so you're involved from that standpoint.
Yes.
That's good. Newton Cardinals coming up, the first game. How excited are you?
I'm excited. I hope it goes better than last year.
Yeah. That's always a tough place to play. They're always have a pretty solid program up there. So you get them at home. Do you think that's going to kind of help a little bit of that advantage?
Yeah. I hope so. I think so.
Yeah.
That's good. We had people razzing us after the game last year. Zach, do you remember that? We had to get a guy kicked out after the game. Anyway, that was a story for another time. But anyway, looking forward to it. That game will be on KFJB-TV. What was I'll ask both of you because I always like looking back at the previous seasons. But what was your favorite moment from last year?
Doing the splits at first.
Probably beating Mason City because they're a pretty good team.
That too.
We were.
Was that the game Emma hit the 2 home runs? I was thinking that was Mason City.
No
I'm
idea.
not sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know, but it was pretty good. I think we had good energy that game, and that's what got us the win.
Yeah, that's good.
I didn't play that game.
How many pitchers? I forgot to ask, Coach, how many kind of pitchers are in the mix this year?
We do have a lot of freshmen. Karsyn, Junior.
We'll talk to Karsyn coming up here in a little bit, too.
I don't think we have any sophomore pitchers, I don't believe. But then mainly the rest are just freshmen. So.
Gotcha. Well, we're looking forward to it. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Give it up. The Danielsons. Bobcat Live continues next right here on KFJB-TV.
At Honest Heating and Cooling, they take comfort seriously. Their latest offering? Smart Integrity Monitoring. Combined with an honest maintenance plan, it takes all the guessing out of home comfort. Their technicians take accurate measurements of all the necessary parameters and deliver you the truth about where your home's comfort stands. If you're not measuring, you're just guessing. That's honest. Get a Smart Integrity Monitoring plan and let the Honest team watch over your home's comfort 24/7. Honest Heating and Cooling.
With over 10,000 cars at our disposal, Jensen Ford...
Hold on. That's not really how we do things at Jensen Ford.
How about, it's never been a better time to buy a brand new...
Yeah, we don't really do that either. When you're ready to buy a car, we'll be ready to help.
Try this. We'll get you in and out faster than a speeding...
We don't do that either. At Jensen Ford, we'll take as much time as you need to find the right vehicle. We're not just moving cars, but we're building relationships.
Oh, maybe more of a... This is where your family buys their vehicles.
There you go. More like that.
Back in on Bobcat Live. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Caleb, you subscribe?
Yeah.
All right. Are you sure?
Yeah, no.
You're kind of... Get your phone out right now. I know
it's
you got
over there.
Oh.
It's over there.
Sam?
I got the notifications on.
Wow. We appreciate you. The star of the show right now, Sam. Your sister's going to get your phone so you can subscribe
she's
right now.
fact-checking.
We're trying to get to 1,000, all right? We're getting close.
Facebook.
Okay. All right. Thank you. But that's not subscribing to our YouTube channel. All right, we'll start off first because it sounds like Sam's got some summer plans. What's going on?
We're going to the beach.
Okay. What beach?
The backyard. Tell them the inside joke.
But that's the one thing I had a few friends that that didn't go out for baseball because they're like, oh, man, I don't want to be committed to playing a sport and blah, 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 blah. And I absolutely love playing baseball. And I know you guys are two of those kind of guys, like Nick Rebick and Seth Smith last year, and you go down a line of former Bobcats who you could just tell kind of live and breathe baseball. What I guess stands out to you the most about that you love about baseball? What is it about it?
Just spending the summer with the boys. I mean, that's the most important part. It doesn't matter about the wins. It's just spending hours on the field getting better every single day.
Sam?
What he said, it really doesn't really take up much of your summertime at all.
No.
Still got time for the pool.
Yeah, we still have plenty of time to mess around.
Time for sunglasses.
By the way, last year, of course, Caleb, I think you played every position except for like maybe center field, right?
That and first.
That and first, okay. So you were kind of a utility guy. Are you going to be catching a little bit more this year? Or what's your role?
I think 95%.
Okay.
Catching.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Right.
I have J.J. Schoenfelder behind me, but majority is going to be catching.
Yeah. And Sam, we saw you a lot at short last year. Is that kind of the spot again?
Same deal, yep.
Okay, good deal. How's hitting coming into this year?
I think it's definitely better. We're focusing on fundamentals just to get better and in-game aspects like bunting away, which is like sacks, and then drag, and then we're implementing slash. And
both of you pitched a little bit last year. You pitched 34 innings, and Sam pitched 22 innings. So you guys going to also be on the mound a little bit?
Yes, of course.
Okay, all right. How deep are you guys going with the pitching rotation? You guys got a big mix? Because I think there was like at least 10.
If you're playing baseball, you're being a pitcher too. You got no choice.
See, when I played, I wanted to pitch, and no one would let me pitch. I was out in the outfield, so and I was also batting near.
That means you got a cannon.
I actually, I hate bragging, but I actually threw a couple guys out at first base from right field. Although
you hosed them in?
I was playing in quite a bit, but so they didn't lift it out there very far. How far are you? How far are you as far as feeling ready for the season to go on Monday? You feeling good?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. We still need to narrow down on some fundamentals and get the guys ready, but I think we're getting there.
Yeah, Sam?
I've been ready to play that game since offseason work,
Yeah. All right, so you golfed, right? You didn't golf? No, that didn't hit your – I know you played football this year. Was it your first year playing football this year, or did you play last year too?
I played freshman, sophomore.
Okay,
yep.
All right, never mind. I must have Grant on my mind.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's probably watching right now.
How's his golf game?
Pretty good.
Can't go a year without getting mixed up with Grant.
I bet if you had like a hitting contest versus a golf contest, it would go opposite directions, right?
No, he hits the ball straight. I hit it straight, and then it goes to the right.
Okay,
so
all right.
I don't know how to fix that.
But he never played baseball, did he?
He did up until high school.
Okay, all right. You're a big sports family. I mean, I know your sister wrestles, and she plays softball and all that. I mean, we got some claps out there. There you go. That was you were supposed to clap to that as well. But so big sports are pretty big in your family.
Yeah.
So I mean, your family's going all the time, right?
Yeah. I mean, with Ava being a year younger than me, we're always very competitive, and she beat me to wrestling, and she's a lot better than I am. So.
What's it like to have to grow up? Because my sister was way older, so she was never really around. We didn't really play sports together. But is it kind of fun, or at least get the competitive
It's fun until it
juices
comes
going?
to one of those points where you're
where you lose
like,
in wrestling to
man,
her.
Yeah.
And sports are big in your family too,
Yeah,
right?
I got two brothers. They took this route. I took that route. So it's them versus me.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, though. That's awesome. Well, guys, best of luck this season. South Tama's coming up on Monday night. That was a fun game last year, and you got the win, so hopefully get that win again on Monday.
Of course.
All right, Sam Greazel, Caleb Kusserow with us on Bobcat Live. Give it up for them. We'll take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll talk to Emma Stupp and Karsyn Price right here on KFJB-TV.
How can you help Marshalltown High School and enjoy a mouth-watering burger at the same time? By ordering the Bobcat Burger at Legends American Grill. 2 quarter-pound patties with crisp bacon strips, sauteed onions, and melted American cheddar, jack, and Swiss cheeses on top of fresh shredded lettuce on a toasted bun. It's absolutely delicious. $1 from every Bobcat Burger sold is donated by Legends to Marshalltown High School activities. So, enjoy a Bobcat Burger and help MHS. The Bobcat Burger, another exclusive from Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
Some drivers trade cars every year or every other year. Some drive their cars till they drop. Whatever kind of driver you are, Lennox Employees Credit Union is here to get you into the car for your style of driving. You're invited to go to our website, lennoxecu.com, for membership eligibility and loan rates, or call the office to talk to a loan officer. The loan process is quick and easy. Low auto loan rates from Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to Marshalltown.org.
Picture yourself at Marshalltown Community College. Become a Tiger for life. Visit ncc.iavalley.edu. Locations in both Marshalltown and Grinnell.
Welcome into Bobcat Live. Keith, turn around. Now we got you on the camera. Turn around. No, come on. Come on. There you go. That's Keith Stewart right there. Of course, he's been hit by softballs. He's been hit by baseballs. He's been nearly hit by a golf ball on our shoot. All of them. So anyway, thanks to our KFJB crew for being out here as well tonight at Bobcat Live. Great crowd. We appreciate it a bunch. That's right. Yeah, we can start another. We can just clap the whole segment if we want, because Emma Stupp, I hear you have continued hitting home runs. 4 home runs last year. 418 you batted. You pitched a little bit, and that was when you told me, you said, your brother is the pitcher and you're the hitter in the family.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They've always said that I was better at batting than Zander. No offense. I love you, Zander. But I was always the batter. Zander was always the pitcher. I feel like at a young age, we kind of separated and put a little more work into pitching for Zander, and I put a little more into batting because we kind of have a split love, but we still love the sport to death.
Yeah, that's awesome. Also up here with us, Karsyn Price. She spent a lot of time on the mound. 5-13 record. She had a 6.83 ERA, 48 strikeouts in 80 innings last year, and you're going to be a junior. That's right. Yeah, let's clap for that. Always love the strikeouts. How far has your pitching game come in the offseason heading into this year?
I've pitched a lot over the offseason, and I added a few new pitches, so I'm trying to get better.
Okay, so what's in your pitch selection?
Fast, change, rise, curve, and screw.
Wow. All right, so
she's a star.
How many of those might you use in a night? Are you going to use all those different pitches, or do you just, hey, fastball and maybe, did you say star was one of them?
No.
Sorry, there was a lot in there.
Yeah.
There was like 6 pitches?
Screw.
Okay, screw was that. Okay, so like maybe you got a couple of pitches that are just working, or are you trying to use all your pitches?
Hopefully all of them.
Okay, all right.
Definitely not just fast, because that's kind of sad.
I don't want to give away anything, but what's a strikeout pitch for you?
I don't know.
Somebody yelled fastball. Is that Down the
middle is crazy.
See, me personally, I like seeing somebody chase a changeup.
Okay, all right.
That's always fun because, they're eager to hit, and you got them on that off speed.
All right, I think your mom's out here somewhere, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Wave,
where's
Mom.
she at? Oh, there she is. Hey, I think we got her on camera.
Yep.
Maybe, nope, not on the edge.
Well,
okay.
Got mom, dad back there, and my grandparents are back there.
Okay, and they are, I see them at every game. I know they are super proud, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
What's that? What's that support, though, mean for you?
They've always been there. They've always been in the crowd, and I'm just really thankful that I have grandparents that are willing to come out and to come out and watch, no matter the weather, no matter the circumstances, no matter the wins, losses, doesn't matter. Just willing to come out and watch their grandkids.
Yeah.
That really means a lot to me and my brother, especially because of the circumstances that we have gone through.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great to hear. And of course, not only that, but I saw you and Mom working on the diamond recently.
Yeah, so a couple of times this spring we went out and we did some batting and pitching. I love seeing the ball fly, so we did some side toss, and I just love seeing that ball go over the fence. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, we do too when we're broadcasting your games. It's a lot of fun to see that go over. We also love strikeouts, Karsyn, so don't forget about that. All right.
Yeah.
How excited are you for this year? You were an 8th grader last year, accomplished a lot, but I know probably want to keep growing your game. How's the offseason been and coming into this year?
Yeah, so I also do some club softball too, so that gives me some extra reps, and I just love getting in the extra work before high school because I love being able to contribute to the team. And it's all about the team. It's never an individual sport. It takes 9 girls out there on that field to play the game, and we all have different properties that we can contribute to the game.
Karsyn, what's it like to have your team out there cheering for you? Because I know there's ladies in the dugout that might be cheering for you, that kind of thing. How much does that get you fired up?
It means a lot. It's a lot harder to pitch when there's no one cheering for you, so I love that my teammates always cheer for me.
Yeah. Because Zach and I, our favorite cheer, we love free bases! We love free bases! Can we get that cheer right now? No. Wow. No. Yeah. We're in the van driving home from a game.
Just replaying it.
Just, in our head, singing it, free bases. Just a bunch of grown men in a van talking about free bases. So, anyway.
Do you have a number 2 in mind? What's your second favorite?
I don't have a number 2 cheer in mind. What's your favorite cheer?
That's a good question. There's too many. There's too many.
Is there a home run cheer, or is that just everybody going out?
Everybody goes out, and then as soon as you touch home plate, it's slapping the helmet.
Okay. All right.
I've recalled a couple of times I've almost gotten a broken nose, but it's good encouragement.
Yeah. Karsyn, when you're on the mound, is there a cheer?
No, I just hear Gianna in the center field like, yeah, Karsyn. I'm just like, thanks.
All right, who's in best position, but who do we got out here from the softball squad? Can we name names?
All right, we got Laney, Briley, Kate, Abby, Cameron, and Aubrey.
And Ava.
Oh, and Ava, sorry. I couldn't see you. The light's too bright. My fault, babe.
It's all good. The camera's right. I can attest to it.
Yep.
So, anyway, season's coming up on is the 21st of Monday? Is that?
I think it's the 21st.
The Newton is okay. All right. So, do you have anything special in mind for Newton? I don't want to give away any secrets. The season coming up.
Those are meant to be keeping. Yeah. I just think that we are going to come out on top this year, and we're going to try to do the best that we can this first game, and we can only grow from here. Yeah. So we're just going to do our best to really show them up, show them that we got better from last year, and really show them what our game's about.
Yeah, that's awesome. Karsyn?
I'm really excited. I know that everyone has made a lot of progress already, and I feel like we're already better than what we ended at last year. Yeah. So I'm excited.
That's good. What's it like to work with Coach?
Oh, he's great.
Yeah?
He's amazing. I love the positivity from Coach B and then also Coach Kaylee. Yeah. They're really great coaching staff, and I know we all love them to death.
Mm-hmm. What's Coach Bauer's specialty? Is it pitching, hitting? What is it, Karsyn?
Making us run.
That's Kaylee.
All the time, I swear.
Well, we know what's on tap for practice tomorrow.
Yeah. No, running was today. Yeah.
Well, it might be on tap tomorrow now, too.
Uh-oh.
Hey, best of luck this season.
Thank
Great
you.
to see both of you. We look forward to it. It's okay. You got the first one out of the way now, all right?
Yeah, I was scared.
But nobody got hurt with coming on the show tonight. So
I also
good
just
job.
want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
Zander, thank you. I look up to you a lot, and I could only aspire to be as good as you.
Shout out.
Hey! I like that. And speaking of Zander, we're going to have him come up next as well as Tayven Dutton right here on Your Home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
You'll find the perfect mattress for you at McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. You choose the firmness, comfort, and support level, all at a great price. McGregor's always has a great selection of sofas, recliners, dining room, and bedroom furniture to help you live and relax in comfort and style. Their staff will help you find just what you're looking for. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, is open 7 days a week. They're proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
Back in on Bobcat Live, Brandon Lewis with you. Great to have you along tonight as Zach Tomish, our producer, as we welcome in Zander Stupp. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. We saw you during swim season.
This year? I didn't swim this year.
You didn't? You just told me that.
Oh, I was a manager for the girls swim.
You're a manager for the, okay.
Yeah.
I thought what other sport did we have you on? Didn't we have you on one?
No.
I'm thinking of Lincoln Barker.
No. Yeah.
He does a camera for football. That's what it was.
Yeah. Camera for football,
So you were holding a camera, not on camera. I got it, yeah. I was going to say, I thought I saw you a lot earlier this year. So, anyway. All right, so you're running camera. Did you do good work for Coach Goodman?
I did. Coach Mann wants me back next year. So
Probably because you did it for free?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
all right.
Unfortunately. But that's okay.
That's all right. It's good experience. All right, Zander Stupp. I also aspire to be like you, man. Because I am never going to be that tall.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What's it like to be close with your sister like that, obviously?
Very competitive. At home, we butt heads a lot, and we definitely get into a little bit of those, we like throw hands sometimes, but it's okay because at the end of the day, we love each other. We'll hug it out, and we just push each other to be better.
Yeah. All right, Tayven, I've seen you and your dad out on the golf course, I think maybe more than I've seen you at the baseball diamond. I don't know.
Maybe.
It's a toss-up. But what's it like it seems like you're very close with your dad, too. What's that relationship like for you?
Definitely. I mean, he's taught me the game of baseball since I was like 4 years old, probably. And I continue to learn from him every day that we either go out in the yard, play catch, or he takes me to the batting cages and throws pitches to me or anything like that, and I was just always learning from him, even because he played all 4 years of high school. I mean, so that's definitely good to learn from him.
Yeah, so what's better, golf or baseball between you two? I mean, like, what's who's getting the best of who in that situation?
Baseball, probably me, but he's got golf. Definitely.
and going out and play, do you play golf after baseball season, or do you mix it up and play golf during baseball season? I was always weary of that because
I definitely play more than I probably should during baseball just because of the swing. Yeah. But I try to get there out there as much as I can just to practice for next year because I'm probably going to go out next year.
Okay, all right. We saw you at third good chunk last year. Is that kind of what you're looking at this year?
I don't think so. I think it'll be a little bit different. I think I'll probably be Morley in the outfield.
Okay, all right. And we saw you on the mound. We talked about it already.
Yep.
Out there on the mound. So what are you looking for as position-wise this year, Zander?
Probably mostly first whenever we're not pitching. We definitely need a big leader out there, someone that can lead the infield. So I'm gonna have to take on that role this year, and I'm really excited to see what we can do out there.
One play that I loved from last year, and I know people probably have some video of it, but it was the fake overthrow at first, which I think worked at least, 3 or 4 times? 3 times?
Yeah, 3 times.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. So that was a good one.
Yes. Big win against Ames with that one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Biggest win of the season, easily.
Yeah, I remember I was actually looking through our footage getting ready for this year, and that was one of the ones that we got with Ames in that win last year. Last year, a coach change, you had Coach Mann was in there, but he provided some stability. How big was that to have Coach Mann kind of in there and leading that program as you guys get ready to go into the new phase with Coach Hanke?
Oh, it's definitely big. I mean, my 8th grade year and my 9th grade year was definitely way different than these last 2 years have been, and that's mostly because I think the newer coaches were under Coach Hansen, and they saw what he did and they learned from him, and I think that's what they needed to do. And I think that was very big because Coach Mann and Coach Hanke definitely run it very similar, and I think that's good for us.
Yeah. Zander, how about for you? Because, pitching-wise, I would think going out there knowing what the coach has as far as an expectation goes is how you're going to pitch, maybe the leadoff batter versus the 9-hole hitter, that kind of thing. Is that big on that angle too?
Yeah, I'd say so. It's a lot of the approach. I'd say the way that we would attack each hitter is different compared to a couple years back. We just go out there and the catcher would call everything. This year it's going to be more coaches are calling our pitches. So it's going to help us really be competitive and have a chance to strike more people out, get more people out. So, I just think overall it's for pitching it's big because it's going to help us have some kind of authority in it. It will help us be more competitive.
Yeah. How much or what are you, looking forward to this season coming up?
Definitely be able to pitch more. I think that'll be very big. I like pitching a lot, so I think that'll be big. And then obviously getting back to the outfield. Little break from it last year because I played mostly outfield my 9th grade year. Started mostly in left field or right field, and then took a little break going to third base. I think going back to the outfield is definitely going to be big for me because I think that's where I am the best.
Yeah. How about for you? Looking forward to this year?
Just as much pitching as possible. I really want to go out there and give it my all on the mound. I want to bring a few wins home for the team. I just want to be a leader out there on the mound. I want to be out there and support my guys and do as much as I can to help us win.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Best of luck Monday night, South Tama.
Thank
all
you.
right.
Thank you.
Zander Stupp with us, Tayven Dutton as well. Give it up for them. We'll take one final timeout, and we'll wrap things up. Bobcat Live next right here on KFJB-TV.
There's nothing like enjoying a bicycle ride on Lynn Creek Trail. The ride gets even better when you take a break at Wandering Creek Golf Club. No, not to golf, but to enjoy your favorite cold beverage. Wandering Creek Golf Club in Marshalltown is known for its premier golf course and its 2 full-swing simulators. But did you know it's right off the bike trail next to Grimes Farm? It's the perfect place to stop to relax under the pergola and enjoy a drink with friends. Travel the trails of Marshall County, but make Wandering Creek your destination.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Back in on Bobcat Live one final time from Wayward Social inside Rosie's. Thanks so much for everybody joining us here tonight. Great crowd. And as always, we appreciate the support of what we do here at KFJB-TV. Coming up, it is our softball and baseball season, and coverage begins on May 21st for softball. That'll be Newton, as well as we'll have matches with Grinnell, doubleheader against Waterloo East, Ames, and Nevada on tap this year. You can find the complete list there on our YouTube channel and also at 12:30 KFJB.com. For baseball side of things, our first broadcast coming up on May 29th against Lincoln. Also Ottumwa, Mason City, Fort Dodge, and Gilbert are on the slate this year for a coverage of baseball. We look forward to it all summer long here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV. For our producer, Zach Tomash, I'm Brandon Lewis. Have a great night. We'll talk to you on Monday with soccer right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.